Hi, my name is Dell, and welcome to Comic Snags. Okay, for this week's haul, I went to a warehouse sale, and this warehouse sale was awesome. I ended up spending a whole bunch of money. I went way over budget. I spent about $346. Yeah, that's a lot of cheddar for me. Usually when I go to these warehouse sales, I save up about $250 because I expect to buy some of the bigger books I always wanted. And sure enough, there were those bigger books, but I could not resist. And I actually made a slight miscalculation because he also gave me a 30% off on the comic book. So it was like a warehouse sale with great prices and 30% added on there. So I couldn't help but get some keys that I've always wanted. Okay, now before we get to that, let me let you know that if you are a new subscriber, if you are a new viewer and you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or hit that like and comment. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. And let me know what you think about my haul. All right, now let's get to the haul. So I picked up these books for $1, and then 30% off of that. I forgot how much it ends up becomes like 70 cents each, right? So we have the first comic book is Superman Gen 13 #1. This is awesome. I just picked up the trade paperback not too long ago, so I'm glad to find the floppy of #1, so I picked it up. Then we have Conan versus Ruin #1, and this is awesome. This is by Barry Windsor Smith, who is actually the creator of Ruin for, I believe it was Valiant Comics back then, but he was also a very well-known Conan artist, so I'm glad to have this sort of crossover in my collection. Then we have Fist of the North Star Part 4, the final issue. I had to pick this last one up. I guess this is Part 4, number 7. So I thought this was kind of cool because I actually love Fist of the North Star. Then I picked up these modern books here. This is Darth Vader Black, White, and Red, #1. And I believe this is by Gabriel Del Otto. So I thought that was fantastic for less than $1. Then we had Darth Vader Black and White and Red, a different variant. Then I picked up this one too. This is Daredevil and Echo #1. I thought it had a pretty cool cover. Then I picked up these comic books to help fill out my Astonishing X-Men run. So this is #8. And then Justice Society of America #21 with this Alex Ross cover. Astonishing X-Men #24. Astonishing X-Men #2, and I believe this is a minor key. This is the first appearance of Ord. And this is Astonishing X-Men #10. And this is another minor key. I believe this is the first appearance of Syndrome and the first appearance of Agent Deems. And then we have Astonishing X-Men #12. Oh, I have two versions of it. I didn't realize I had two copies of it. I guess so. This is the first print, and this is the variant. So I thought that, I guess that's pretty cool. And then I picked up the Legacy of Luther Strode. There was some heat on this that it got optioned. I don't know if this is the first volume or the second volume of it. I forgot which is which, but I'm glad to have this one in my collection. It's got a great cover by Tradd Moore. And then this is so interesting. I picked this one up for in the dollar bins. This is the Easter story. I didn't believe Marvel actually made a comic book out of this story, so I was like, hey, you know what, why don't I just pick that up? So we have Shadowhawk #3, and this is awesome. This is a glow-in-the-dark cover, but not only is it a glow-in-the-dark cover, it is also signed by the artist Chance Wolf. And then Duckman, Private Duck, this is the Mob Frog saga. This is #1. I don't know much about Duckman except that I think it was like an Adult Swim for a little bit, so I picked it up. And then this one, I have a couple copies of it already, but I always find this cover fantastic. This is Powdered Toastman Special #1 from Ren and Stimpy. And then this one I picked up as well. This is the Resistance issue #1, and this sort of came out just when COVID came out. There was going to be, it had gotten optioned right before COVID, and COVID happened. I guess it all went down, it all disappeared. But I don't know what's going on, but I still picked it up for $1. And then here's the trade paperback of Hook that I got for $1. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to read this story. And then this is interesting. This is Mad Dog #1 by Marvel Comics. I have no information on this. I guess I could go ahead and look it up on Google or something like that. But from my current knowledge of this comic book, I have no idea anything about it. I just thought it was kind of a cool cover. And then Alpha Flight number 88. This is a newsstand, and this is a Jim Lee cover. And then here, so I also found this one later on in the $3 bin. This is Hook number 1, which is great because it's a nice floppy to go well with a trade paperback. But I didn't even know that at the back it had number 2 as well. So that's pretty cool. All right, now let me show you the other stack. Alright, so this comic book is Nash number 1 with this great photo cover of Big Daddy Cool himself, so I picked it up. And then I found a whole bunch of Adam Hughes Wonder Woman comics. And let's start off with this one. This is number 145. This is the origin of Devastation. Then there's number 153. Number 155. Number 157, and I think this is a minor key. Oh, wow, I didn't even see that. Oh, wow, inside the hair of Wonder Woman, there's actually a sort of another image of Cassie Sandmark, I believe Wonder Girl, and she's got that different sort of black tank top costume on there. Wow, I didn't even notice when I first pulled this out. That's actually pretty cool. Huh, if it wasn't for that glare, I wouldn't have seen this. This is awesome. And then this is Wonder Woman number 164. Number 166. You know what? Maybe this is the first appearance of Cassie's. Yeah, I think this is the first appearance of Cassie's black tank top. I'm pretty sure. Here, I'll put it up there if I made a mistake. All right. So this is Wonder Woman 178. This is actually a great cover. And then I found this one. This is Avengers number 267. This is a minor key. This is the first appearance of the Council of Kangs. Glad to have this in my collection as well. Star Wars number 7. This is the first original story for Star Wars because numbers 1 through 6 is actually the movie adaptation from of Star Wars, New Hope. And so this is the new story, and it also features a new character. Who's the character? I think it's Crimson Jack. Yeah, Crimson Jack, who actually appeared, or maybe appeared in Skeleton Crew because the character Jude Law called himself Crimson Jack, but he had a whole bunch of different names, so you really don't know who he was. And then this one I found too. This is Batman number 619, and 619 is actually the first appearance of Hush, and it is Tommy Elliott. I think that's a major key. But this one here is a variant. This is I think this is Heroes. Yeah, this is a Heroes variant. And it's actually a gatefold. Let's open it up and check it out. Let's take this out. And so this is actually pretty cool. Let's see if we get this entire gatefold in there. Alright. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. It's pretty awesome. Really happy to have this variant in my collection. And then this next comic over here, this is Avenger 236. And I love this comic book because this is a comic book where Spider-Man applies to be an Avenger, and then he is actually denied to be Avengers, and he gets all hot and bothered. He starts saying, well, you could actually accept an alien from outer space to be an Avenger, but you can't trust me because I have a dubious background that you don't know about. And then he was like, then Captain America was like, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe I could put a good word in." And Spider-Man says, "You know what? I got better things to do," and he takes off. It's actually a pretty funny comic book. I actually love it. One of the first ones I remember as a kid. And then we have G.I. Joe number 2 to help fill out my G.I. Joe run. It's a newsstand. Also, it is minor key. This is the first appearance of Quinn. And then I also found number 5 to help fill out those early G.I. Joes that I don't have. Then this was awesome. This is the Punisher number 1, and this is his first solo series. What's great that this is by Mike Zeck, and like sometime last year, a friend of mine gave me number 3. that he found in the thrift store for like $5, and so he gave it to me, and I was so excited about it because I used to love the Punisher. I was a big Punisher fan back in the 90s. I loved him. I collect all this stuff. I actually had this originally, and then when I moved to LA, I actually had to sell them off. Or I took some of them to the to the comic book store, and I sold some of them off. And this collection, which I did have, I loved, and I'm really glad to have it back. So I'm happy to have this one. So this is the Punisher, and it's funny because it says 1 in 4, right? But as it goes on, it comes out to a 5-issue limited series instead of a 4. So I think that was pretty cool. So here's number 2. Like I said, I have number 3 already, and so this is Punisher number 4, all great Mike Zeck covers, and Punisher number 5. So I actually have that back in my collection. I'm really happy to have it. All right, and then this was awesome. This is Battle of the Planets. This is the first appearance of G-Force, which is one of my earliest animations I watched when I was a kid. I don't know if anybody remembers G-Force, but I sure did. I'm glad to pick this up. But what was great about it is that it just happened to be a newsstand, and this is actually a gold key, which means that this is the first original one. The price on it, I mean, it's not in bad shape. It's like probably a 5 from first glancing at it. But then yeah, I bought it for $12, 30% off. I can't do the calculations in my head, but yeah, so I'm really happy to have this one. And then this is another one I was really happy to grab. Sticker price says $30. So I'm really happy to have this. This book itself is this book is What If number 10. And this is the first appearance of Jane Foster as Thor. And at its prime, I've always seen this comic book from anywhere from $80 to $150. So this has actually dropped a lot down, which is good for me. So I was able to pick it up, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. And then this is another book. This book in its prime was like $300, anywhere from $250 to $300 usually. And I was like, man, I really want that comic book, so I'll just wait it out. And so I waited it out, and the sticker price is $55, which is awesome. And this is Captain America number 6, and this is the first appearance of the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. So I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. I've been looking for this one forever. I'm glad to have it. This is pretty much one of the reasons why I went over budget. And then I found a whole bunch of smaller keys, or I'll say small. I found some X-Men keys that to help fill out that like sort of John Byrne run I was just trying to collect. I'm still trying to collect the new X-Men, I think like 94 and up now. So hopefully I'll be able to grab those soon at nice inexpensive prices. But this one here is the X-Men number 108, and this is a minor key. This is the first John Byrne artwork on X-Men. And then we have X-Men number 110, and this is when Jean Grey as a Phoenix joins the X-Men. And then this is X-Men number 111. This is awesome. I've always seen this. It's always for around $35, it seems like. But then with $35 at the 30%, you know, I had to pick it up. And this one is Uncanny X-Men number 119. And in this issue, this is the first cameo appearance of Proteus. All right, and we're coming up to the last snag of the day. Let me get that out of there. That was like my bill calculations. Sorry, made it into the video. And this is the last snag of the day. This is a comic book that I was always looking for, and it was always sort of expensive. It was always around the $200 range. He was actually selling it for $120, and it was actually a really decent price at $120. And then with the 30% off, I had to go and pick it up, and this is where the bulk of that $300 went to. And so this is X-Men number 58, and this is a major key. This is the first appearance of Havoc, and like I said, at 120 minus 30%, it was like $80 or something like that. So I had to go and snag that up. All right, so that was the last snag of the day. thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, if you like what you've seen, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're a new viewer. Like, comment. For those returning, thank you guys so much for your support. And let me know what you think about this haul. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye. See you next week.